Tom black dude that's dancing in the store to celebrate people losing their SNAP benefits.
Brother, I don't mean to be harsh. And this is going to look and sound bad. just like you said, I don't give a fuck who this offends. I don't give a fuck who this offends either. I'm going to show you. You want to see what WIC was? What WIC was about 100 years ago, whatever? His great grandma, she was WIC. Let me show you the WIC we had back then, and maybe he'll have some appreciation for WIC and snap. You go snap that titty right out, mother. Now snap down on that. Snap down on that, motherfucker, because that little white baby over there, that little white baby right there on that titty, that motherfucker baby right there, it grew up to own you. It grew up to own that motherfucker that danced in that goddamn aisle. So it snapped down on that titty, and then it grew up, and it tried to get. So the snap shit, motherfucker, you want to argue about? There's your snap right there. The white man been on the snap for a long fucking time. They still on the snap, so they still snapping it. So shit. So when you're that aisle dancing, remember, this is what your great-great-grandma had to do in order for you to live. And that baby that was on her like that grew up to own her. And that's how fucking sick you are, dancing up and down that goddamn aisle, wearing a goddamn hoodie that said Jesus saves, or whatever the fuck it said about Jesus on the front of it. Because I will tell you this right now, you don't fucking know Jesus. You don't know Jesus. Jesus has nothing to do with you, and Jesus fucking hates you. I mean, he may not hate you, but I'll tell you this right now, you ain't getting into heaven. You're going down where Charlie Kirk is. Trust me, you're not going to heaven. What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's the same as with these people doing blackface, throwing shit up about their heritage. Let me tell you about your goddamn heritage. Your heritage is that was your great-great-great-grandma or grandpa latched onto that titty because their own mama's nipples were inverted from the inbreeding. Their own mama they couldn't latch onto the titty. Your grandpa couldn't latch onto the titty because they had an extra chromosome because of all that goddamn inbreeding. Their tongues kept popping out of their mouth. Their foreheads were too protruded and well, they were retarded, and they were just they're getting their way through it. That they had, and let's just face this much: they would go to the wet nurse and give them to the black wet nurses because a lot of these white women knew, these master wife, whatever nurses, they fucking knew, these wives, that the baby wasn't fucking theirs. A lot of them couldn't nurse the babies. They couldn't nurse the babies because it came out of the slave girl. They had to pass it over to the real mother. Let that fucking shit sink in. Why is that woman nursing her baby? Because it's a woodpile baby. If you don't know what that is, fucking look it up. And by the way, I'm on Snap. But I have this thing called a good family. Maybe you can call it white privilege. Whatever. And it is white privilege. So I will be going to the food banks. I'll be gathering what I can. And I'll be going to feed people that can't feed themselves. Because that's the kind of Christian I am. I'm a big old gay Christian. Or whatever the fuck I am. I'm just not those fucking people. I'm not those people. I don't have white pride. What I do have is that I'm proud of this white man. I'm proud of that I grew up to be this kind of white man. That I'm not those kind of white people. Because God raised me to be better. Taught me to be a better person and to be a better man. And it's not that far. It costs nothing. It costs nothing to be kind. It costs nothing to love people. It's absolutely free to be kind. And if you try it, it will make you feel really good about yourself. And it shouldn't even be about your fucking self. And if you can't be kind and have a good heart and be generous to people, you should do this. Go fuck yourself.